One potential root cause of inflammatory skin conditions such as eczema or topical steroid withdrawal is Candida overgrowth. So in this video, I'll tell you exactly what Candida is, the mechanism of how it contributes to skin issues, the signs and symptoms of Candida overgrowth, and then finally, we'll talk about the basics on how to treat it. All right, let's go. Hello everyone, my name is Larry. Welcome back to Fighting Eczema. Candida is a yeast, which is a fungus. In general, Candida is basically everywhere on your body, including the skin, the mouth, the gut, and of course, the vagina. Normally, this is not a concern. Candida only becomes a concern when it is allowed to overgrow. Why is this the case? People who have inflammatory skin conditions, such as eczema or TSW, have very sensitive immune systems. When Candida is allowed to overgrow in our guts, they then have the opportunity to produce all of these nasty inflammatory compounds like cytokines, which then will negatively affect our sensitive immune systems. Now, you probably know that eczema is a skin condition. However, what you need to realize is that it is also considered an immune system condition. Basically, to summarize, Candida overgrowth equals production of nasty inflammatory molecules equals immune system dysregulation, which then equals inflamed skin. Frickin' Candida, huh? So how do you know if you have a Candida overgrowth in your gut? One way to test for Candida is through stool tests. So basically testing your poop. Now, usually you will hear me say test, don't guess. However, when it comes to testing for Candida, honestly, I'm not the biggest fan. This is because 1, these tests can be really expensive. 2, it is normal to have Candida in your gut, so we already know that the test is going to show a presence of Candida. 3, it is hard to know for sure if the amount of Candida in your poop is an accurate reflection of the amount of Candida in your gut or not. And 4, we can just test for Candida without having any test results. The worst that will happen is you waste a few bucks on the protocol. This might be a better option instead of spending hundreds of dollars on a Candida stool test that will basically tell us what we already know. Alright, now there are also many signs and symptoms that you can look out for that might suggest a Candida overgrowth. So let's go through them and see if any of them relate to you. One major sign to look out for is if your skin flares up when you eat high sugar or high carbohydrate foods such as candy or bread or sodas. Candida feeds on sugar and carbohydrates, so when you're eating these foods, you are essentially helping the Candida grow stronger, which is bad. Also, do you crave sugar and high carb foods? This is another major sign of Candida overgrowth. Basically, the Candida is stealing all of this high energy sugar, and so your body's not getting any of it, and so your body is craving this sugar that the Candida is stealing. Candida is literally a freeloader. This leads us to another common sign of Candida overgrowth, which is fatigue or brain fog. This symptom is a little less proven, but there seems to be some sort of link between extreme tiredness and Candida overgrowth. Again, this might be due to the fact that the Candida is stealing all of this high energy sugar that should be going to our bodies. So think about your day-to-day life. Do you often feel so tired that it's affecting your work? Do you often have trouble concentrating? Maybe you find yourself being more forgetful. Candida overgrowth potentially could be contributing to all this. Now, if you've had fungal infections in the past, this could be something that has increased your risk of Candida overgrowth. For example, maybe you've had some sort of yeast infection in your mouth before. Or maybe you are a woman who has had vaginal yeast infections. Or maybe you've had nail infections or athlete's foot. These are all conditions that may have increased your risk for Candida overgrowth. Before we continue talking about disgusting fungal infections, I'm going to ask you to hit the like button on this video if you're finding it helpful. Hopefully we can help tons of people fix their Candida overgrowth and heal their skin. Another thing I want to bring up is that if you've ever used antibiotics in your life, there's a chance that this antibiotic use was what led to the Candida overgrowth. Although the antibiotic may have killed the bad bacteria causing your infection, it may have basically reset your gut microbiome. This means basically wiping out all of the microorganisms in your gut. When that happens, All it takes is one little colony of Candida to multiply millions or billions or trillions of time to result in an overgrowth of Candida. So now the question is, how do we treat Candida overgrowth? I'm going to go through some general guidelines on how I would treat Candida overgrowth, but please work with a trusted healthcare professional to develop a plan specific for you, because it's going to be different for everyone. I don't want to recommend you something that might react with a medication or supplement that you're already taking and make things worse, for example, causing your death. A lot of people will say that if you have a Candida overgrowth, you want to eat a low-carb diet so you're not feeding the Candida. This is a great idea. However, I don't like the idea of letting Candida control what I do. So instead of letting the Candida control you, how about you take control of the Candida? Basically, my approach is to kill the Candida. You are the landlord, the Candida is the tenant who is not paying rent. Kick him out. Here's a list of my favorite antimicrobials that can help to kill Candida. Remember, you want to work with a healthcare professional to determine the right supplements for you. They will also be able to help you choose the right dose, tell you how long to take it, and also monitor you throughout your time using it. Okay, so now that you have killed the Candida, you need to replace that empty space with good bacteria. How do you do that? Probiotics. I recommend looking for a probiotic supplement that has these strains here. This is because these strains have actual research behind them to suggest that they can help with skin conditions. If you need some support to develop a Candida killing protocol and you want to work with me, check out my coaching programs at fightingeczema.com. If you join my one-on-one coaching program, I guarantee that I will work with you until you don't need me anymore, no matter if that takes days, weeks, months, or years. To learn more about how to heal your skin, why not check out one of the videos that has just popped up on your screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.